Hello, everybody. This is James Reeves giving you all the picks each week in the NFL. Last week was Week 14. I had an impressive 13-3 record, so I'm pretty excited about that. The three games I had gotten wrong were the Panthers upset the Saints, dominated them actually. Eagles lost to the Seahawks at home, so a big win for the Seahawks, who are back to Super Bowl form. And our other game, 49ers had a devastating loss to the Raiders. Um, we'll go ahead and start with Week 15. Of course, we'll start with Thursday Night Football. We have the Cardinals on the road to play St. Louis. It's going to be a real tough week. There's lots of tough calls this week. There should be lots of close games. Anything could happen. This is the very first one on Thursday Night Football. I'm picking the Rams at home. Surprisingly, they've been doing really good the last 2 weeks. Two blowout wins, 52-0 against Oakland and 24-0 against the Redskins. And I think with that momentum in St. Louis, that front four defense would do enough to get a huge win against the Cardinals. Even with that impressive 9-3 record the Cardinals have, they've been slacking. Ugly losses against the Seahawks and Falcons. Barely got by against the Chiefs last week. I'm giving this one to the Rams at home. Alright, we got Sunday football. Steelers on the road to play the Atlanta Falcons. I'm giving this one to the Steelers on the road. Huge win against the Bengals in a divisional game. Atlanta lost to Green Bay, but they're playing great football. They upset Arizona a week ago. So it should be a tough game. What's going to make the huge difference is Steelers' offense, and that's that running game. Le'Veon Bell is the best running back right now in the NFL. The second rush offense, and the Falcons are dead last on defense, ranked 32nd. So that's going to be that huge factor, that run game, and that should get Steelers the big win on the road. Alright, we got the Redskins on the road against the Giants. I'm picking Giants at home here. Both doing terrible this season, but Giants had a big win last week, and they've already beaten the Redskins. Earlier this year, it was 45-14. It was a huge blowout. Now this game is in New York, so again, I think they'll have what it takes to beat this Redskins team, who is just a terrible team right now. You know, they don't want no part of RG3. Colt McCoy might be out because of injury. Kirk Cousins might start. But Giants should have what it takes no matter what to get this big win at home. Alright, we got the Dolphins on the road to the Patriots. Now, if this was in Miami, this would be a different situation, but you just can't go up to New England and get a win here. They're one of the two teams that are undefeated at home, and I think they'll continue that streak all year. It's going to be a close game, I think. But in Gillette Stadium, Patriots get this big win at home to get further up in their division at number 1. Alright, we got the Raiders on the road to the Chiefs. Now, this is an interesting game. Oakland had a huge win last week against 49ers. Chiefs lost to the Cardinals. But I'm giving this one to the Chiefs at home. And the main reason is because even though they already lost to Oakland earlier this year, they're out for revenge. And it's at Arrowhead Stadium. There should be they're calling for major thunderstorms up there. That run game will be a huge factor. And I'm taking Jamal Charles on the run game over any back Oakland has any day. So I think that'll be a huge factor, and that'll be enough for them to get the win. Chiefs get a big win at home. We got Texans on the road against the Colts. This should be a tough game. There's no telling what kind of Texans offense shows up with Ryan Fitzpatrick. But I'm giving this one to the Colts. It's at home. Andrew Luck, number 1 offense in the NFL. He's thrown for over 4,000 yards. Only one that's done that all year. So that being said, I got Andrew Luck getting this win here at home. He starts kind of slow, but in the second half, he always gets that win. So I'm getting the Colts having a huge divisional win at home. All right, we got the Bengals on the road to the Browns. Now this is a very interesting game. We got Johnny Manziel starting his very first game in his NFL career. 22nd pick in this year's draft. Everybody watched him at Texas A&M as Johnny Football, and it's going to be a huge game, but I think the Bengals are going to get this one on the road. Just because Manziel's starting, we'd have no clue how he's going to play, and I think him watching him on the run all the time, he'll probably get a couple interceptions, maybe a fumble or two, and I think the turnovers is what's going to get this game won for the Bengals. So I got Bengals on the road. I just can't give Johnny Manziel a win here at the very first start. Should be a good game. Will be very exciting, but I got Bengals on the road here. Jaguars on the road against the Ravens. I think Ravens should have this one easily done here. Jaguars 2-11. Ravens got that awesome rushing offense, ranked 5th. Justin Forsett, like I said last week, beat Miami. It's because of that run game, and that's what happened. He's got over 1,000 rushing yards. He's doing a great job, and that'll be the huge factor. Baltimore gets this game won. That's a much-needed win. That division up north is so close. All 4 teams are fighting for number 1 in their division. Ravens should get this one done, though. All right, we got the Packers on the road with the Bills. Packers, number 1 team in the NFL, so of course I'm going to go ahead and give them the win here on the road. But this is the best defense that they're going to play probably all year. Bills defense is probably one of the best in the AFC, but Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. He's got the best quarterback rating, and he's phenomenal. He spreads the ball better than anybody. He does what it takes to get the game won. Even if he has to use his legs, he gets the points. Green Bay is the best team in the NFL, and they'll get this one on the road. All right, we got the Buccaneers in Carolina. Another tough game here. Panthers had a huge game last week, so I'm going to go ahead and give this one to the Panthers. It's at home. They've got momentum, and they're still somehow, with only four wins, in the playoff race. To win this division. They're only 1 game behind the Saints and the Falcons. And I think that will give them enough momentum to get this game done at home. All right, we got the Jets on the road to the Titans. Titans lost their starting quarterback, Zach Mettenberger. Titans offense, defense, both ranked 30th in the league. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to the Jets on the road. They're still a pretty good team. They're ranked 7th on defense. They played a great game against Vikings last week. Vikings had to go into overtime to get the win. So they're both 2-11, but I think Jets have more momentum because of that defense they have, and that should go ahead and get them the win. Jets get the win on the road. We got Broncos on the road to the Chargers. Another big divisional game. Broncos are 2 games ahead of the Chargers. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Peyton Manning on the road. They're ranked 4th on offense and defense. So they're very balanced, and the defense has been winning these games even when Peyton Manning's not so hot. This defense comes through. You never know which Philip Rivers is going to show up, but I think because of some interceptions, the Broncos will go ahead and get this game won on the road. All right, we got the Vikings on the road to play the Lions. Vikings struggled last week against the Jets. Had to take them to overtime to get the win. I think Lions get this one at home, mostly because they want to stay with the Packers in this playoff race to be number 1 in the division. Vikings are already out of the picture. Lions are a good team. They got a win last week against Buccaneers. And mostly the Lions defense, which is ranked 2nd in the entire NFL, against this offense is what's going to get this game won. So the Lions get a huge divisional win here at home to stay up with the Packers. All right, we got 49ers on the road against the Seahawks. Now, this is surprisingly an easy choice. Choosing Seattle at home. 49ers had that huge loss last week against Oakland. Just with fans putting up videos of burning Colin Kaepernick's jersey. It's been real crazy, that loss in the Bay. I don't know what's going on with this team, but they are not going up to Washington and beating the Seahawks. Seahawks, again, are number one on defense. They're back to a Super Bowl form. They're ready to win. They're ready to be number one in the division again, and they'll definitely do it against this 49ers team that's been slacking. Seahawks, huge win for them at home. All right, we got Cowboys on the road to the Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Now, Eagles lost last week to the Seahawks, but again, Seahawks, that dominating defense. I think Eagles get this one at home. They've only had that one home loss against Seahawks. 2 weeks ago, the Eagles have already beaten the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, stopping that run, which is their biggest strength for the Cowboys. And I think at home, it'll be the same story. Eagles want to continue on being number one, and I don't think the Cowboys have what it takes in December to get this road win. Eagles get a much-needed home win against these Cowboys to be number one. All right, we got Monday Night Football. It's the Saints on the road against the Chicago Bears. I have to give this one to the Saints. Even though they got blown out by the Panthers at home, they're a terrible home team, but they're a good road team. A couple weeks ago, they went on the road and beat the Steelers. And the Bears right now are in a terrible state in their franchise. Not only is Brandon Marshall not playing because of his collapsed lung last week, but Jay Cutler is a turnover machine. They're not getting this offense going. He's the most turnovers out of any quarterback in the entire NFL. And now the franchise has even come out and said they regret signing him to this huge 7-year, $126 million contract, I think it was. Just ridiculous amount. He's been playing bad all season, and there's no way Chicago can focus and get a win here. I got the Saints on the road to try to claim that number one spot in their division. All right, guys, thank you very much for listening. We only have 2 more weeks left. This is a tough week, and can't wait to see what happens. Lots of excitement going on. And I appreciate you guys watching. It's been real fun. And I will see you guys next week for Week 16. Thank you very much.